I call Baroness Bennett of Manor Castle.
My Lords, we started this debate today with widespread plaudits to the government, to listening to very strong campaigns to have a patient safety commissioner. And indeed, the noble lady Baroness Cumberledge, who's been so instrumental in that, was commenting on the importance of that person being a listener, of listening to patients. I think we have to draw the parallels here because we have heard as a community, as a society, as a parliament, from the parents of children who desperately need these medicines, who are unable to access them, and those patients are not being listened to. We really do have to ask ourselves the question why that's happening, and what kind of political block, what kind of ideological barrier is existing to see that we're not seeing action in this area when it's so clearly urgently needed. Now, I commented when we were talking about a patient safety commissioner about how effective campaigning has been in that area. Now, there's also a very, very effective campaign called End Our Pain that's been working with families trying to access this medicine. They've been doing a great job, but the government has not been doing its job in delivering on their campaign. Now, as the noble Lord Frank Field of Birkenhead, and I give credit to him and all the other people who've signed this amendment, a cross-party, very much across the House amendment, said that what we have is a division here, a human rights issue in terms of the amendment moved by the noble lady Baroness Sheehan earlier. People who can afford it, families that can afford it, are able to access this medicine. Those who need the NHS support for it cannot. And that's a situation that we really should not be tolerating in Britain at any time, but particularly in 2021. And I do have a direct question for the Minister, because I've been looking at what assessment the government might have made of the impact of its current policies and the lack of financial support for vulnerable families. Now, the most recent thing that I've been able to find, and I'd be very happy to be corrected and being told there is an assessment perhaps underway. But in the other place, the MP Liz Saville-Roberts asked a written question whether such an assessment had been made in September last year, and the answer then was no. So I'll be brief because the issues have been very well set out by the noble Lord Field and others in this debate. But I really would like to ask the government what assessment it's made of the impact of its current policies. Thank you, my lords.